progress.
Okay, good morning, friends. We're continuing Mishna Berura Daf Shor. We're learning Siman Kuf Chaf Gimel. Again, Siv Dalet said, Misha Moisav al Shos Psios Havayur. If you add to the 3 steps back, it's arrogant. Says the Mishna Berura, it looks like you're giving more cover to the Shechina than regular people. Sif Hey. Gam Shliach Tzibbur tzarich lefsaya shalosh psios kishemisbal balachas. Kishemisbal balachash. The Shliach Tzibbur needs to take 3 steps back when he davens quietly. So when the Shliach Tzibbur finishes his silent Shemona Esrei, he has to take 3 steps back. But uksheyachzor hatfila, when he says Chazaras HaShatz b'koram, ein oitzarach lachsov shosh psios, he does not have to take 3 steps back. And therefore, if you don't have to, don't do it. Stop doing it. We don't want to wait for you. You're wasting our time. You decided you want to take 3 steps back because you didn't learn Siman Kuf Chav Gimel? Do me a favor, pal. Learn Siman Kuf Chav Gimel and don't waste our time taking 3 steps back. Should he say Yiu l'ratzayin? How about that guy that mutters under his breath? Yiu l'ratzayin imrei fi. Stop it already. Stop it. Imloi, says the Rama, Imloi hispalo balachash rak b'kol ram. If he didn't if he did not daven quietly, only b'kol ram, right? So sometimes the Shliach Tzibbur will, for whatever reason, not say the silent Shemona Esrei, he'll rely on the Chazaras HaShatz, so then he will have to take 3 steps back. Okay? He will have to take 3 steps back. So the din of the Mechaber, the din of the Rama, is that the 3 steps back is only for private Shemona Esrei, not for Chazaras HaShatz, unless your Chazaras HaShatz is your private Shemona Esrei as well. Says the Mishna Berura, b'kol ram eino tzarich. Why doesn't the Chazan take 3 steps back? The Semech al psir shel Kaddish. He relies on the steps of Kaddish. She'achar uva l'tzion. Afal pi shemafsikim b'kriyas haTorah v'halal v'avinu malkeinu. It's a long ways away until he gets up to the 3 steps back at the end of the Kaddish. He might be there might be laning, there might be halal, there might be avinu malkeinu. Kulu l'seder tefillah bam. They're all coming for the regular order of tefillah. Now, says Reb Chaim Noah, since the 3 steps back of the Chazan at the end of Kaddish are in lieu of his 3 steps back at the end of Shemona Esrei, he needs to wait in that state, Kashir Hiluch Dalet Amos. Now, it's interesting. The Ramah said that a Yachid that's Mispalel, he needs to, at the end of his 3 steps back, he has to wait Kashir Zeh Kodim She'asel Mekoymai. Remember that? We saw in the Ramah Sif Beza Shliach Tzibbur Yamoid Kedei Hiluch Arba Amos Kodim She'asel Mekoymai L'Spalel B'Kol Ram. The Shliach Tzibbur himself has to wait Dalet Amos. Likewise, a Yachid HaMispalel has to wait Dalet Amos. The Bach disagreed. The Bach said, you have to wait longer when you're davening B'chidos. You have to wait, Kifi Ashir, She'agia HaShatz L'Kedusha Al Kapanim Ad She'yachzel HaShatz B'Kol Ram. We saw from the Kaf HaChaim that if you finish Shemona Esrei late, you should also wait Kashir Dalet Amos and L'Chadchila Kashir Hazman Mishayashtril HaShatz Chazaras HaShatz Ad Kedusha. So in other words, if you are davening a longer Shemona Esrei and you finish by Baruch Aleinu, you should wait there a minute or so, from the amount of time it would normally take the shots to get from the beginning of Chazaras HaShatz until Kedusha. That's l'chadchila, that whenever you finish Shemona Esrei, you should wait the amount of time it would take the shots to get up to Kedusha. That's more than Kedei Hilach Dalet Amis. I guess in this situation, when you're Shliach Tzibbur, you're not going to wait that long, but at least Kedei Hilach Dalet Amis. Okay. Kulu, let's say that's first bam. The Kaddish shal Achrayim Chayzer Ikar al Tefillah Shemona Esrei. The Kaddish after Kriyas HaTorah is going back on Shemona Esrei. Mikan diktiku Achrayim. The English Shliach Tzibur ledaber beinei uveinei b'sicha shalom inyanei Tefillah. A Shliach Tzibur should not have any conversation that's not related to the Tefillah in between Shemona Esrei and the Kaddish Shalem after Uval Etzion. Ki HaKaddish Chayzer al Tefillah. The Kaddish is going back on the Tefillah. Therefore, a chazan should not learn at all in between his Shemona Esrei and the Kaddish at the end of Asher Yuval Etzion. In other words, let's say the chazan finishes Shemona Esrei and he's waiting a minute or two for the Tzibbur to start, and he says, "Oh, I'm a big mas and I want to learn." That's very nice. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to learn then.
Even Berura?
Yeah.
Is this only a chazan that it's referring to?
Is this only a chazan? Is this only a chazan? So then it's going to come out, you can't learn bein gavra legavra of Kriyas HaTorah. If it would be not only a chazan. In other words, what's this halach? This halach is saying that ein l'shliach tzibur ledaber beini uveini b'sicha shaloi minyanei tefillah. You want to know, could you learn beherhur? L'chayra not. It's a hefsek. L'chayra not. Now, does that mean nobody could learn? L'chayra. Well, I don't know. No, I don't know. Because why does the Mishnah Berura say ein l'shliach tzibur ledaber beini uveini? No, the pshat is like this. No, the pshat is that for everybody else, yes, the Kaddish is going back on it. That's fine. The Kaddish is going back on it, but that's not going to stop you from having a conversation, let's say at a time that you're allowed to. The issue with the HaShatz is he's still middle Shemona Esrei because he didn't take 3 steps back yet. So that's the pshat. The pshat is everyone else could learn. No, we never heard of such a thing that you can't learn, let's say, ben gavra legavra of Kriyas HaTorah. It's the HaShatz can't learn because the HaShatz is still middle Shemona Esrei. So, what about it?
He doesn't continue. After Kriyas HaTorah, he doesn't continue. Someone else continues.
No, because on Rosh Chodesh the Kaddish Shalom is after Hallel, right? So he can't learn if you know. What? No, after Hallel is a Kaddish Shalom on Rosh Chodesh.
He could learn after that.
Then he could learn, but on a regular Monday and Thursday, the HaShatz seemingly cannot learn ben gavra legavra, or after he finishes the silent Shemona Esrei. Which would then mean, by the way, that if let's say you're stuck, because the guy behind you is saying Shemona Esrei, and you can't take the 3 steps back, so then you can't learn. Is that the halacha?
No, I don't know if it's a din. I don't know if you haven't finished Shemona Esrei. You finished Shemona Esrei. It's a din and the Kaddish is going back on the Shemona Esrei.
Well, if it's a din in the Kaddish, then nobody should be allowed to talk. But the Mishnah Berura says only.
Which tefillah? The Shemona Esrei, the
right, right.
The Hallel, the Kriyas HaTorah, all those things that we did. Be makabel all of those things. Don't you have to finish Shemona Esrei? What is it? Why are you walking? Why are you walking around? Why are you taking the Seif Torah? It's the middle of Shemona Esrei. It's not Shemona Esrei.
Because it's Miseder HaTfilah. That's what the Mishnah Berura says, that Kulu l'seder atfila ba'im.
What do you do Hanukkah? How you say Halav Kaddish after Hallel?
So you have to wait until after Asher Yevol.
But Tzibbur doesn't continue. Someone else continues.
Yes, he does. Shliach Tzibbur continues on Chanukah. And if he doesn't, we need to bring him back to say the Kaddish. Let's say you have the guy, he doesn't like to daven Hallel. You bring the HaShatz back usually to say the Kaddish. But anyway, l'chora, it's a din in the Shliach Tzibbur. What?
We have an oval. We daven up until Hallel.
Yeah. But you bring the Avel back for the Kaddish Shalem, no?
No.
They should.
I don't think so.
They should.
No, we do.
So 1 second.
The Kaddish belongs to the whoever said the Chazaras HaShatz.
Yeah, but time out. This din that the HaShatz should not talk. It seems like it's only going on the HaShatz. Why? Doesn't everybody else also have to hear Kaddish? But it sounds like he's the one saying it, he has to be more careful. So Chaim Kanievsky says, likewise, he shouldn't learn. So that means the HaShatz shouldn't learn? You're saying the HaShatz, it's not because he didn't take the 3 steps back. I think it is. I think it's because, it's both. He's not finished. He's not finished until he takes 3 steps back. When are the 3 steps back? The 3 steps back at the end of Kaddish. There's a big hefsek, but it's going back on before. So it comes out, that's a big chiddush. I never heard that before, that a HaShatz should not learn until he is... but what is the halacha? What did we say? If a guy is stuck and somebody behind him didn't take 3 steps back, is he allowed to learn? I'm saying, I would say based on this, he shouldn't. What?
I asked the story back then. He said we weren't sure. That's why when I came up here, I asked.
You asked me. You asked this the question?
I asked you back then, and we weren't sure.
Well, that's because we didn't see this Reb Chaim, But now based.
It's clear. This just says the HaShatz. Doesn't say anything.
Right. So we're not sure. Is it a din in the 3 steps? Is it a din in the Kaddish, or? Yeah. By the way, he could sell aliyos. He could sell aliyos. That's mitzarech hatfila. But he's not allowed to learn. That's a big chiddush.
About places.
That's a good trivia question. What's an example of you're allowed to sell aliyos, but you're not allowed to learn? Shliach Tzibbur. By the way, that comes out on Rosh Hashanah in some places. Yeah, I guess he's done already. No, he's done there. He already said the Kaddish Shalem. He already said the Kaddish Shalem. Okay. Let's see further. Lachzar, Sivkat and Yates, V'im lo yisval b'lachas rak Eino tzarech lachzar l'fsa shalosh psios, V'im bol l'fsa gam achat tzarech esrei, ein limchos b'yadai. If he wants to take 3 steps back, we don't protest. We'll tell him he's wrong, but we won't protest. Fine. Poisea shalosh psios. He takes 3 steps back. In other words, if the Chazaras HaShatz is the silent Shemana, he takes 3 steps back. The Medchila tzarech lipsaya uli pater al tachnunim shal atzmai. Because if the Chazaras HaShatz is the silent Shemana Esrei, he first has to take. What is this going on? If he didn't daven balachash, then he'll take 3 steps back for his private Shemana Esrei, because first he has to take 3 steps back for his tachnunim kagon el kainatzar ve'achar tzarech achar kaddish al tfir shos ba'al ba'at Tzibbur. So he's actually he's doing 2 things in one. Right, so the halacha would be, let's say a chazan forgot Yalav Yav in his silent Shemana Esrei, where the din is his yoytzei when he's chayzer al tefillah, then the Derech Chaim says that then he would have to take 3 steps back after silent Shemana Esrei. What if after Chazaras HaShatz you bring in another HaShatz for Asher Yevol? Then the first HaShatz would have to take the 3. That's what Rabbi Asher was saying. Let's say you split up the davening, then in fact the first chazan would have to take the 3 steps back. Rabbi Yoshev said, you know when he should do it? Not at the end of Chazaras HaShatz. At the end of the Chatzi Kaddish. Because the Chatzi Kaddish is still going on, the Chazaras HaShatz. So Rabbi Yoshev says, don't take the 3 steps back at the end of Hamavarach Zama Yisrael B'Shalom. You should take the 3 steps back at the end of Chatzi Kaddish. Fine. Let's see one more. Because I might have to tweak something I said in the beginning. When the Shliach Tzibbur repeats the tefillah, Yomer Gam Hashem Sefasai Tiftach. There's a question, does he say it quietly? Does he say it out loud? Mishnah Berura doesn't say over here. Bir Halacha doesn't say. He does not say at the end of the tefillah Yul Ratzain. Why? Why not? Why shouldn't he say it? Says the Mishnah Berura, he's going to rely on the Tiskabel Tzoloi sign. So then we have all the qualifications. If this is his silent Shemona Esrei, then he will say the Yul Ratzain. And if they're going to break up the davening, then he would say the Yul Ratzain. And maybe Rabbi Yoshev would say, then let him say the Yul Ratzain after the Chatzi Kaddish. But that we don't know. And what about on Tisha B'Av, that you don't say Tiskabel Tzoloi sign? The Rabbi Ephraim says, then he does say Yul Ratzain at the end of the Chazaras HaShatz. That's a good chiddush. On Tisha B'Av you don't say Tiskabel. Again, and like if you're going to switch out the shots, the Adara says he does say Yul Ratzain. But Uvishla Kasav Loimer Yul Ratzain. The Shla says you do say it. The Kitzur Shulchan Aruch says you say it quietly, like Hashem Sefasai. And the Gemara says the Shla is Iker, that you do say Yul Ratzain. In Yerushalayim, they say Yul Ratzain? They do. Do they say quietly or out loud? Quietly. What about after Tfilas Me'ein Sheva Friday night? Mekadesh HaShabbos Yul Ratzain Emrefi v'Hagian Libi L'Fanecha. You say Yul Ratzain? Says the Eishel Avram Buchach. You bet. You do say it. See, the thing is, but people only take the kulos of the Eishel Avram Buchach. I never heard that anyone take the chumras of the Eishel Avram Buchach.
Why would you say it's in there Tiskabel after that?
The Tiskabel is going on
everything. Same way you say it after Asher Voltzia.
Is the Tiskabel going on everything? No, this is going on the Shitais, right? That the HaShatz says Yul Ratzain and does not rely on Tiskabel. So according to those Shitais, the Friday night is a form of Chazaras HaShatz. So therefore the Chazan should say Yul Ratzain. I'm sure, the first, what I would recommend is you first have to work on bowing by the Baruch Atah Hashem. If you could bow, then we'll talk about saying the Yul Ratzain. If you're not bowing yet, then I wouldn't start with the Yul Ratzain. Okay, have a good day, everyone. Kol Tov.